Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Saturday, November 29th, 2025. So, on the penultimate day of November,
Yep.
did you find this to be the ultimate Saturday crossword of November?
Oh, boy, I don't know if I could say that. I don't even remember all the other Saturday puzzles of November.
Well, there were 3 to 4 of them, I would estimate.
Yep, there were. But this was a good one. You know, it looked hard. I don't think it was as hard as it looked. But, you know, there weren't a whole lot of black squares. So you knew that you were going to have to come up with a lot of answers.
Yes.
But it didn't, to me, seem like it's as hard as it looked.
Ah.
And it had some great phrases that you don't often see in a crossword, like 12 down. Start talking. I'm all ears.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And the one next to it, 13, the number 4, and the gift of a clock in Chinese culture. Bad omens.
Yes. I started off thinking it was going to have something to do with luck.
Oh,
As in good luck, but
it was bad luck.
Bad omen.
Yep. So,
I like the one next to it, 14 down. Dearie me, my stars.
My stars, yes.
Has to be said with the Julia Child accent. 17 across. That was part of a makeup routine apology card.
Right.
And, you know, at first I was like, okay, well, let's see, there's foundation and there's blush. And then I realized I didn't think there was a dash in makeup. So that helped.
Yes. We had apology note for a long time, but we eventually figured out it was card.
Yes, so. and you needed that C because of 8 down. About half of all of these are made in Philadelphia for short U.S. coins.
Yes, isn't that amazing?
I forgot that. You know, I think we've seen that clue before.
I think so, yeah.
I guess one day we should take a tour of Philadelphia mints. Probably they're probably a lot less busy than they used to be and can accommodate more tourists because they don't make the pennies.
Right.
That's assuming those come from there.
Yeah. So I enjoyed 34 down, like John, Paul, or George, but not Ringo.
Yes.
And boy, we could not think of anything. And I said, I am sure this does not have anything to do with the fact that they are the Beatles.
Right. Yeah.
And as it turned out, they weren't even talking about the Beatles. They were talking about saints. So John, Paul, and George are definitely saints. Ringo, Saint Ringo, I've never heard of.
Well,
because he is not a saint.
He's probably a sir, right? But not a saint.
Oh, I'm sure he's a sir. Yeah, I'm sure they were knighted. But
so he's a knight, but not a saint.
But not a saint.
I started thinking about popes. Because there's Pope John, Pope Paul, I think.
Yes.
I wasn't sure about Pope George.
I don't know if there's ever been a Pope George.
How about King? King John, certainly, and King George. King Paul? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But,
I liked 15 across. High-tech means of seeing oneself into work. Retinal scan.
Yes.
That took me a bit. Actually, everything. For me, I found this to be an epic struggle.
Oh,
You were doing this with our daughter?
Yes,
Okay, so that might have helped a bit.
Oh, that definitely helped. That definitely helped.
Because when I first went through this, the first pass, I had virtually nothing. I had 47 across babe, which I had as bay, B-A-E, which was wrong. And I had some other clue. And I thought, this is it. My streak dies right here. And I kept going over and over. And eventually I stopped thinking about my streak and started thinking about perhaps trying to solve the crossword. And that's where things started to improve.
We did have the most trouble in that upper left corner. You know, that where you start, typically, where you start the puzzle. That's where we ended up getting that filled in.
Well, they had clues, the brilliant one across volume of tourists. And I'm like, okay, crowds, noise.
Yes, hotel, number of rooms.
Right. And then I started thinking about maybe bus loads.
Yes.
That would be a volume, but it was travel guides.
Yes. We were totally duped by that because we were through the whole puzzle thinking of, well, how would you measure the volume of tourists? But no, it's the book that tourists read. I
had trouble with one down, leave no blank, camping tenant. And I had I thought it was like leave no footprint.
No. Leave
But
no trace.
leave no trace. Actually, I had TRA at one point, and I had leave no trash.
Oh, well, that's a good one too. But
Right.
no, our daughter knew that from her
Girl Scout.
extensive Girl Scout experience.
Well, it's good. It was worth something. Solving a crossword a few years later.
Leave no trace.
25 across. Groanworthy say as a joke. I put down punny. And,
I did too.
And refused to give up punny for far too long. So that meant that 23 down the prominent features on goblin sharks, I had tusks.
Oh.
And I thought that sounds like something a shark might have, tusks. That would certainly instill fear. But it turned out to be corny, and the tusks turned into noses.
Noses, yes. Our daughter knew what that kind of animal looked like, goblin shark. And she immediately said teeth.
Oh.
Like their jaws are kind of unusual. And then she said, well, it could be noses. So now I got to take a look at one of these. So we did put teeth in there for a while, but then she said, oh, I think it's probably noses. So...
Well, it didn't help. In fact, I'm sure this is all part of Adrian Johnson's master plan, because he was the person who wrote this crossword, that 23 across was drummer Pert. Yes. Neil
Peart.
From Rush.
I have no idea.
I think from Rush.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, yeah, exactly. I had no idea there. So that didn't help. It didn't. Also, 9 down. Nickelodeon series whose episode titles all start with the same letter as the show itself. iCarly.
Yes.
See, I started off with Bluesy. I'm not even sure if that's a show.
I think it's called Blue's Clues.
No. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, I had Bluesy there and was convinced it was a Nickelodeon series.
Oh, well, I did not know, but of course our daughter grew up on iCarly. So she knew that, although she didn't realize the names of the episodes all began with an I, but
really?
Apparently they did, yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah.
And right next to it, 10 down, 10-2 is some holes. I thought, fill. What do you do with holes? You fill them. But it was darn.
Yes.
Those kind of holes.
I put mend, because when I think of holes, I think of mending, but darning is the same thing, just an more old-fashioned term. So.
And of course, you would have immediately have remembered 24 across, dish of stuffed grape leaves, dolma.
Dolma, yes.
See, I couldn't remember that. And so I had to get it from the crosses. And the trouble is I couldn't get the crosses.
Oh.
But somehow, I don't know how exactly, just luck. 32 across, devices for disc jockeys. And I thought, okay, let's see. They've got record players. And then I had it ending in ERS, so I thought it was mixers.
Oh, yeah.
But it was faders.
Faders, that's right.
Did you know that right away?
No.
Ah.
No.
Anyone else in your solving party know that right away?
No, we had to get that from the crosses.
For 36 down, existentialist inquiry, I had why am I for a while, as opposed to who am I?
Who am I? Yes.
And that crossed with the very challenging 44 cross, musical production that might include grunts, groans, thwops, snorts, and barks. Whale song.
Whale song, yeah.
Was not ready for that. Wasn't ready for most of the clues in this crossword.
But you eventually got it, right?
I did eventually get it. It's some small miracle. You know, you get to a point at about the, I don't know, maybe the 30 or 40% mark where you start to think, I think I see a path to victory here.
Oh,
But it took me so long to get to that point. And I'm just you know, after I was finished, I was just like, I have to like go out in the street and yell at people.
That really?
That's how happy I was.
Oh,
but probably would have gotten me arrested.
No doubt. So, well, when I do these puzzles on Friday and Saturday, I never go in thinking I'm going to get them done, because often I don't. But I kind of am amazed that, you know, I get a little here and a little there. And then I look at it and I'm like, gosh, I got like 3/4 of this done. And I didn't even realize it. Because you're just struggling to get every little square filled in.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
And I kept getting to Natick after Natick, like 37 across. 1988, it's like great. Best country song, terrific. It's a Grammy winner for Hold Me, Oslin.
Katie Olson.
You knew that?
I did know that.
Oh, man, no wonder you found this. So I didn't know that. And then I 38 down axolotl lookalikes, and that was newts.
Yes.
That
our daughter knew that one.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There were some other good clues in that area, too. We had Man That's Loud, 48 across, What a Racket.
Yes, I like that one.
I was like, turn that down, or, I was trying to think of something you would say instead of, but anyways, as I say, what a racket.
Well, and the one below it, 51 across, Take It Back. Time Machine.
Right.
That was good too.
Yeah, I was thinking like undo command.
Yes.
I tried to make it fit. It would not. And then I think I ended up at 53 down. Intuitive alarm bells informally. 53 across, yes. Yep. Intuitive alarm bells informally. Spidey sense.
Spidey sense.
I should have been able to see that. I think the only, in one of my earlier passes, the only clue I got in that whole area was 46 down, orgs with war chests, packs.
Yes.
So I got that. I certainly didn't know what 46 across was. That P led into a voguing sequence, poses. Is that like Vogue is in the magazine?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they call it a voguing sequence?
Well, I guess, yeah.
Okay. I to be honest, I've let my Vogue subscription lapse, so. Tamiflu manufacturer, 40 down, was Roche. I couldn't think of any. I was trying to think, okay, who makes drugs?
Yeah.
Bayer and
Lilly.
Eli Lilly. That's all I could think of.
Bayer.
In fact, 43 down, the E of the New York Stock Exchange's EL was Estee.
Right.
I was thinking it was going to be that was going to be Eli Lilly.
Yeah, Estee Lauder. Yes.
Yeah, Estee Lauder. Yes, right.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what they were going for there. And then we started getting all those E's, and I'm like, oh, EL, Estee Lauder. Yes, makes sense.
Boy, they only have 2 letters. That's lucky of them.
Yeah.
So the most surprising clue for me was 12 across. Company that made the world's first 2-nanometer chip in 2021, IBM. I put that in, and I'm like, that cannot be right. IBM? It's like they don't do anything anymore. With apologies to any IBM personnel who are listening in.
Apparently
but they did this in 2021? I mean, why are they not the dominant chip manufacturer?
I don't know.
That made no sense. So I had IBM in there, but I thought, well, maybe it's ARM. But then I thought, no, these people, they design chips. Like the chips that are in your phone, computer, all of those are ARM chips. But they don't make any of them. So I thought, I couldn't be ARM. And then there's another company called NVIDIA, which I was going to have a great deal of difficulty fitting into 3 letters. But anyway, this was by Adrian Johnson. So you found it tough. I found it on the cusp of impossible.
Oh, boy.
Loved every minute of it. So that is it for today. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yep.
We're curious to know how you did on this Saturday, November 29th, 2025 crossword. Let us know. Crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com. Sunday's crossword's out. We're going to tackle it, and we'll be back to talk about that crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.